Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. I'm here as a follow-up to an email I sent you in the last day or so asking the city and you to formally and strongly oppose SB 79. I understand that the city did send a letter to Senator Wiener about SB 79, but it's important that strong opposition be communicated as the bill moves through the Assembly to each of the Assembly committees. As you no doubt know, under SB 79, developers could by right develop apartment buildings of up to 65 feet in height and 100 units per acre within a quarter mile of a BRT station, or up to 55 feet in height and 80 units per acre within a half mile of a BRT station on commercial or residential land. And thanks to other legislation, that would be with no parking. There are 5 BRT stations proposed for Burbank. They're proposed at Olive, at Riverside Drive and Hollywood Way, at Alameda and Naomi, at Olive and Verdugo, at Olive and Lake, and at Olive at San Fernando. So if you draw a half-mile radius around each of those, that equals a little over 3/4 of a square mile, which means that close to 4 square miles of Burbank's area would be impacted by this legislation. That's close to 20% of the city of Burbank. So that legislation in combination with the BRT, would severely impact neighborhoods along that alignment. And that's part of why the BRT is so dangerous. Home ownership is the main way that the middle class builds wealth. This bill gives the suburbs to developers to build rental property, further reducing home ownership rates in California. And one of the things it also does is it increases the price of existing homes by driving up the land value, because that land is now usable for 6-story apartment buildings. So it makes existing homes and home ownership less affordable. This continues the process of making families indentured servants to large rental property owners, forever slaves to rising rental costs, and unable to build savings in the form of equity in their own homes. The other thing this does is by ending up with these large apartment buildings scattered throughout the existing single-family neighborhoods, is you're going to have a major impact on Burbank's infrastructure. We already know from the EIR, from the housing element, that just meeting the RINA numbers exceeds the sewage treatment capacity of the city of Burbank. And you've had testimony.
Thank you for your comment. That's your time.
Thank you, but please send strong letters to these people. Thank you.
That's your time. Our next speaker is David Donahue, followed by Joe Pimienta.